Welcome back to the Chad DiMera channel. We have a massive mystery on our hands, and I need your help to solve it. Someone has deliberately framed EJ DiMera by tainting his company's pills, who is trying to destroy him. So, let's be real for a second, guys. EJ DiMera has just discovered that something is horribly wrong over on Smith Island. He is currently packing his bags and heading out there to snoop around himself, and when EJ gets his hands dirty, things are about to hit the fan. DiMera Enterprises Pharmaceuticals is facing a catastrophic nightmare. We are talking about massive legal liability, total corporate ruin, and the very real threat of criminal charges that could put EJ behind bars for the rest of his miserable life. And honestly, a part of me would love to see EJ locked up after how he has treated our boy Chad lately. But here's the kicker. EJ actually has a deeply personal stake in solving this tainted pill crisis. It is not just about the DiMera dollars or avoiding a prison jumpsuit. His former stepdaughter, Holly Jonas, might literally be dying because of these arsenic-laced Coriseal pills. Can you believe it? Holly Jonas, the daughter of Nicole Walker and Daniel Jonas, is caught in the crossfire of this toxic DiMera warfare. We all know EJ is a ruthless, cold-hearted monster who usually only cares about his own reflection, but he still has that lingering connection to his past with Sammy Brady. Holly was his stepdaughter, and deep down, in whatever black void serves as EJ's heart, he doesn't want to see her die from a drug his company produced. The stakes are absolute life and death right now. The Bad Batch of Coriseal has already claimed the lives of Sarah Horton's patient, Destiny, and her sister, Clea. Now, Holly is showing terrifying symptoms, passing out, and acting completely erratic. EJ is in a full-blown panic, trying to cover up the fact that he buried these tainted pills on Smith Island. But the real plot twist here is that EJ didn't taint the pills himself. He was set up. Someone intentionally poisoned his supply to frame him. But who? A lot of fans think it might be a rival corporate entity, or even Kristen trying to ruin her brother, but I'm telling you, it's definitely Clyde Weston. Think about it. Clyde is the ultimate grimy backwoods villain who runs illegal drug trafficking operations all the way from Missouri straight into the heart of Salem. He absolutely despises EJ DiMera with the fire of 1,000 suns. Now, I know what you are screaming at your screens, but Chad DiMera channel, Clyde is in a coma. Yes, he was shot and fell into a coma, but the timeline perfectly aligns for Clyde to have tainted the Coriseal supply before he was incapacitated. Clyde is a master of the slow burn revenge plot. He easily could have poisoned the batch to mess with EJ, and at the same time, he probably stole a massive stash of the untainted Coriseal to sell through his own illegal drug rings. It is the perfect, sinister crime, and it has Clyde's filthy fingerprints all over it. To truly understand this bitter rivalry, we have to travel back in time. We need to talk about the show's rich lore and legacy characters. Do you guys remember years ago when the legendary James Scott was playing EJ? Back then, EJ got extremely greedy and entangled himself in Clyde Weston's illegal drug business. EJ thought he was the smartest guy in the room, but he ended up infringing on Clyde's drug territory. Clyde was absolutely furious that this arrogant DiMera prince was stepping on his toes. So, what did Clyde do? He ordered one of his ruthless goons to shoot EJ dead in the park. It was a classic DiMera death scene. EJ died in Sami's arms, only for Kristen to secretly inject him with Dr. Rolf's resurrection serum in the morgue. That event sparked a blood feud that will never ever die. Clyde literally had EJ murdered. The bad blood between them is historic, and this tainted pill crisis is just the latest chapter in their deadly war. What makes Clyde so terrifying is his complete lack of empathy. He operates on a level of psychopathy that even Stefano DiMera would find disturbing. Clyde would not lose a single wink of sleep over the fact that innocent people like Destiny, Clea, or even young Holly Jonas are dropping dead from arsenic poisoning. In fact, in Clyde's twisted mind, the higher the body count, the better. More deaths mean a massive public health crisis, which creates an infinitely worse situation for EJ. Clyde wants to see EJ publicly crucified, stripped of his wealth, and locked in a cage. Clyde tainted that supply specifically to watch EJ squirm and watch the DiMera empire burn to the ground. And honestly, it is working. EJ is scrambling like a rat on a sinking ship, firing Sarah Horton just to keep her from digging into the truth. EJ thinks he is untouchable because he wears Stefano's ring, but he is just a cheap imitation of the Phoenix when he acts this recklessly. Stefano would have never allowed his own supply to be compromised by a backwoods thug like Clyde. EJ is so blinded by his own arrogance that he didn't even see the knife coming for his back. And let's talk about the location of this massive cover-up, Smith Island. This is not just some random spot on the map, guys. True fans know that Smith Island has been the ultimate isolated backdrop for Salem's most shady, illegal dealings for decades. It has been used repeatedly by both the DiMera family and Clyde Weston for their dark deeds. It is practically a legacy character in itself. EJ choosing to bury the arsenic-laced pills on Smith Island proves that he is reverting to the classic sinister DiMera playbook. But because Clyde also knows Smith Island like the back of his hand, it makes it the perfect place for him to have intercepted and poisoned the drug supply. The history of that island is soaked in blood and secrets, and it is about to explode all over again. But you know who I really care about in all of this? Our beloved Chad DiMera. I will passionately defend Chad until my dying breath, and my heart absolutely breaks for him right now. Connor Floyd is doing an amazing job as the recast Chad, bringing so much raw emotion to the screen. Chad has been put through the emotional ringer. First, he loses the love of his life, Abigail. Then he has to deal with the psychological torture of Cat Green pretending to be his dead wife. Now, he is fighting tooth and nail to protect his children, Thomas and Charlotte, from the toxic fallout of his own family. Chad is the moral compass of the DiMera family right now, and he deserves justice. Chad has been desperately praying for Clyde to wake up from his coma. Why? Because Clyde is the only monster who knows the truth about Abigail Devereaux DiMera. Chad and Jack dug up Abigail's grave, only to find it completely empty. Chad needs Clyde to wake up and confess where Abigail's remains are, or better yet, confirm the fan theory that Abigail is alive in one of EJ's secret resurrection pods. The suspense is killing me. What if Clyde is already awake? Seriously, what do you guys think? Is he lying again? A lot of fans think Clyde is still hooked up to machines in a hospital bed, but I'm telling you, it's definitely possible that Clyde has already slipped out of his coma and is hiding in the shadows of Smith Island, pulling the strings of this entire tainted drug nightmare. If Clyde is awake and orchestrating this chaos, EJ is going to lose his absolute mind. And Chad will tear Salem apart to find him and get the answers about his beloved Abigail. The upcoming episodes are going to be an absolute bloodbath. This is the ultimate soap opera cliffhanger, and we are here for every single second of it. Let me know your theories in the comments down below. Do you think Clyde is awake? Do you think EJ will go to prison? Keep defending Chad, and I will see you all in the next video.